Wisconsin, and you know I love talking weather, so let's get right on into it. Right now, we're looking at severe weather over in the North Dakota, South Dakota area, okay? Right back over there again, okay? Going into Minnesota. We're talking if it even travels down to Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas is on alert. The Gulf of America is also sprucing up some storms, okay? Over there on that southeast coast, we're looking at a possible tropical storm, and we'll talk about that, but it's looking like it's trying to go more towards Dexter, but it's still bringing a lot of rainfall over on that southeast, even the east coast. Okay, so there's severe weather over there on the east coast. So if you're on that east coast, rainfall will be headed your way this weekend. Starting today, you can see that it's starting to set up shop over there. You have a tropical storm right on the other side of you. So just be aware those feeder bands are still over there. And then in the southeast, you're going to have that possible tropical storm that is forming. That's a 40% chance, and we'll look at that. But the severe weather is in North Dakota, South Dakota. You're going to see some of that bad air quality still coming out of Utah, going into Colorado. But right now, the severe weather being highlighted for tonight, going into the next few days, is that North Dakota, South Dakota, and Southeast, okay? Looking back over into the West Coast, you're going to see that there's definitely a lot of rainfall trying to come through the Washington area and meet up with that North Dakota, South Dakota storms. And when that clashes, you know that it can be a lot of hail coming down, you know, tornadic activity, very severe weather on the mesoscale. So just be aware of that. The West Coast is definitely setting up shop in the upper West Coast. The southern West Coast is very hot, okay? We'll talk about that as well too. But right now, we're highlighting North Dakota, South Dakota for very moderate to severe weather, okay? When you see that orange and that yellow, that is definitely going to bring on some severe storms, okay? So we want to make sure that everybody understands that that rainfall would definitely come down over there as well too. Severe weather we're highlighting, even that hot spots we're highlighting. So you see the west, southwest, and then even coming out of Texas, you're going to see some heat going into Arkansas and even southern Texas. Still those hazardous heat warnings, okay? But looking back at that severe weather and the lightning map, you're going to see this is the weather, the map for now. Looking at the gold star, you're going to see that it's definitely setting up shop. It's a lot of lightning and thunderstorms over there in Nebraska, Iowa, and also in South Dakota, okay? Definitely trying to meet up with those storms coming out of the north and the west coast. And it's going into Wisconsin, okay? So if you're in those areas, you want to make sure the Midwest, and it definitely will be going into Illinois in the next few days as well too. But right now, we're looking at the severe weather that is happening right now. It's setting up shop. You're gonna, if you're in these areas in the Midwest, you're gonna see that it is a lot of rainfall starting to happen and thunderstorms and lightning. So make sure that you're aware of that, okay? Also on that southeast, okay, it's getting severe over there too. We have that possible tropical storm, and this is the amount of rainfall that you're gonna see for the next few days. In those two areas that we're pointing out, that's a lot of rainfall in the southeast, okay? That's a lot of rainfall in that upper north and Midwest, okay, for the next few days. But take a look at this, the fire weather map over in the West Coast. You saw how dry it is, and then how more the rain was coming up in Washington, but more how dry it is over in the Nevada area, Southern California. Definitely Utah, even where it saw that bad air quality. But taking a look at the Gulf Coast, you're going to see that it's definitely some storms trying to spruce up over in the Louisiana area, going into the panhandle of Florida right there. And we're looking at that on the other side in the tropics, okay? And you're going to see that there's a 40% chance right on the other side of Florida, going up the East Coast, 60% chance by the Caribbean, and Dexter is still out of there. It looks like they're trying to follow Dexter. Dexter is about 50. He's going to get up to 65 miles an hour and pick up some speed, okay? So just be aware of that. Also, it's a lot of tropical waves pushing off the continent of Africa, okay? So we just want to be aware that there may be some tropical storms that we will be discussing possibly in the next week or so, 2 weeks, okay? And even in the Central America, you're going to see that it's a lot of bubbling and thunderstorm activity over there as well too, and that's reaching the Gulf of America and also above Cuba, trying to reach the bottom of Florida. But looking over on the other side, you're gonna see Henriette is still out there, okay? She's about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Will not be taking speed, but we're gonna look at the track and it looks like it's aiming towards Hawaii. That other one is 90% chance. It's probably developed right now as I'm speaking, but looking at the map here, you're gonna see that Henriette still have a nice spin on it, and the one behind it is definitely picking up a lot of severe weather and thunderstorms activity that can definitely cause it. But look at the path right above Hawaii. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a direct head on, but hopefully it will dissipate and slow down. Okay, but we're gonna stay tuned. So make sure you're watching my channel, okay? It's Tiffany's Content. Like, share, subscribe. I love everybody. Thank you for just loving the weather with me, and we're gonna stay tuned, okay? It's Tiffany's Content. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.